is up? Happy Monday. Today we are starting on the interior of this car. As you guys saw in the last video, I started to kind of clean it up, wash it off, but now we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty and take the seats out, take the interior out, and get this thing ready for, I don't know, roll cage, paint, whatever, but let's get started. Okay, so I have a little confession to make for you guys. I've left the car pretty much in the same position that I last left on the last video. However, okay, I moved the seats. The only thing that I did was I hooked the battery up and I made it where I could get to these so the seat comes out easier. It's nothing that you guys needed to see anyway. All I did was hook it up from the Prius to here, move the seats forward, and undid the 14s. So it's gonna make our life a lot easier, and now we can get this out of here and start cleaning this thing up. Put our handy dandy door wedge, and then this, I think it's attached to the seat heaters on the bottom, so I will have to undo this. So we'll do that and pull the seat out. Pull that, come on, there we go. That one's loose. Look at all this change in here. Already making money on the deal. And now I pulled out all of the change, all of the loose screws and hardware, and I just put it in here for now so I don't lose it. But this carpet is disgusting. Everything underneath should be just fine. I don't think that there's gonna be any issues with the body. This seatbelt is like completely molded over. I showed you guys in the last video. I'm not going to be keeping it, so I'll be throwing that out, and then I'm going to be taking out like the clips, the carpet, and trying to pull this out so that way the carpet is completely removed from here, and it'll give us a fresh canvas to see kind of where we're going to go from there. All right, so starting to peel the carpet back. I have found that there's actually quite a bit of water in the bottom of this, probably because the windshield is broken and it was raining. Sorry, the camera's moving all over the place. I'm trying to get it so I can show you. Quite a bit of water. You can see it leaking off of there, but I have a wet dry back that I'll just suck this out. Everything else looks good. Carpet's a little wet. I need to probably razor that off, but I'm gonna clean up the floorboard anyway. Okay, kind of have this peeled back. I'm gonna come to the other side over here. I'm gonna pull this seat out. I'm gonna start walking the carpet back this way. God, it is so gross. I'm like kind of getting sick with this stuff. It's disgusting, but I can't wait till it's all out. So we're just gonna keep moving forward, pull this stuff out, and then I'm gonna start taking the cubbies out because the carpet only goes to underneath here, but there's a bunch of stuff under there that I wanna get rid of. I am gonna pull out the cubby boxes, the aluminum frame that's in there, so that way we can put the roll cage in here. Okay, so now at least all the carpet is out of the car. All right, so we're making some progress now. I got this off to C. There's normally a big Bose speaker in here, but all of the speaker stuff has been pulled out. It's just the wiring left, so I'm gonna start pulling some of this wire out. This red wire is really good wire, and it'll make good like ground wire. So especially the fact that it has an end on it, I can put another end on wherever I decide to cut it and use it as ground wire. So I'm probably gonna salvage that. Y'all know me, I try and keep what I can to use what I can. And then we're gonna pull this stuff out and hopefully start taking this cubby out. All right, so the update now probably doesn't look much different, but I got a lot of the radio wire crap out. I don't have any of the stuff for the like to speak into or the XM like Sirius radio stuff there, any of the wiring underneath there. Starting to pull the stuff out for the airbags and the stuff for the seats. Show you how much crap I've thrown away. It's disgusting. Oh, I forgot one thing. taking some bolts out and cutting, but I'll show you guys as I get along with that. So now we have cleaned out everything, thrown all the crap away, put everything in the trash, got a lot done today. You can see it's vastly different than when I started today. I also took out some wiring. I need to remove that real quick, but I took out the wiring that goes along here, that goes to the SRS, for the airbags, and then I actually took the wiring and I pulled it up in here, and I actually just folded it and zip tied it here, and then I'll have a cover on here. I don't need a bunch of wiring down here. I'm not going to be using airbags, so figured I'd make this all clean. I am going to have the center console still on here, but I mean, I'll know it's there or not there. So anyway, I made sure all the wiring's clean up there. Also here, you can see there's a little knot right here. I actually cut off the one for the seat here, and then I left the one for the handbrake here, so it's just a simple wire. Everything's cleaning up pretty nicely. I do have this stuff. I'll probably take it off that bracket after I cut out this entire like box here. I'll probably zip tie this to here, so I still retain a bunch of the wiring that I have, even though it's not going to be used. You never know, so it's nice to keep it, especially if you don't know exactly what it does. There's no point in cutting it off. I'm not doing a wire tuck or anything. It is still going to be a street car, so zip tied up out of the way, kind of hidden behind the seats anyway. It's not going to do any harm. So I got like some brackets, some little brackets to take off. I got to pull the speakers out, and then we're going to be cutting this out. I'm not going to be doing that today. You can see the sun is going down. We're probably only gonna have about, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 more minutes of light before we get completely dark. Oh, I did take the fender off. I'm sure you guys noticed earlier today. I took that fender off just because this is actually the side we're gonna be replacing the frame rail on. So there's no need to put it on there. Oh, hold on a minute. There we go, that's a little bit better. Got really dark. But we're gonna be replacing the frame rail here pretty soon. So I wanted to make sure that all that's out of the way. I was gonna take the hood off, but like I said in the last video, I think it's covering some stuff and I don't want it to be just exposed. I'm also getting on the horn with Glass on the Go, or like Peter Pan Glass or something, a local company that has, you know, windshields, trying to find the best price because we really need to replace this. It does say on Thursday that it's supposed to rain, but I mean, I don't know. But I would like the glass replaced. It needs to be replaced anyway, so the sooner the better. But yeah, I think we're pretty much wrapping this up. I'm gonna walk through the car one more time, make sure that there isn't anything else that I need to explain, and we'll end this video. One thing before we do wrap up, like I showed you guys earlier, I am gonna try and salvage this. These center consoles are a little bit harder to come by, so I actually have them taken apart. You can see it's just on the back here, there's 4 screws here to pull this out. There's a couple screws here on the bottom, actually it's of this one, to pull out the boot. I'll get a new boot, and then I cleaned up the brushed, like, you know, ring right here. So I'm gonna paint this black. I'll probably take a couple things out of there and paint them black. The door, on the door cards where the handle goes, that really gets like faded, the paint chips and that type of stuff. So I'll probably get a black paint and match it to that, and try and clean up the interior some. I did actually get a chance to clean up this. If you guys remember, this was all like rotted looking, had a bunch of like nasty crap in it, and now it's all clean. So I was able to salvage this. These aren't gonna work, but it doesn't really matter. We knew they're not gonna work, but it's a good trim piece. I'll still be able to have, you know, the center console in the car, and everything will be, I don't know, a pure factory. Like I said, it is gonna be a drift car, but I like it to have some like nostalgia to where the car came from, and actually have like some pieces that look factory, at least the front half of the car. So that's all I can remember with that. I'm gonna clean up, and then yeah, I think that'll be a wrap. That's it. Tomorrow, as you guys can see, the LS350Z is still up in the air. The exhaust is still in the corner. This is still here. I have done nothing with it yet, but that will be for tomorrow's video. And I was just talking with Mike about some ideas for that car, since that will be returning to kind of a more street car. And so, yeah, I'm kind of excited to show you guys what we kind of have planned. Hopefully get it in tomorrow, and then, yeah, kind of go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today. We got a lot done on this car. I know it still looks a lot alike the same when I got the car, but the foundation has been laid. We're starting to pull stuff out, starting to get the foundation ready for the roll cage, all of the interior stuff, and then the fun stuff will happen. The engine, the trans, the supercharger, all that type of stuff. So you guys have been rocking with me. You guys have gave nothing but good feedback from the first video and all of the stuff for the VQ build on this. I'm excited to be going back to the VQ with the supercharger because, I mean, I'm known for it. A lot of people know me for VQ work. I mean, look at the garage. There's VQs everywhere out front. You guys always hitting me up, ask me questions, and it's just something, a platform that I'm like really familiar with and I really like and enjoy. And I mean, they rip. I don't care what anybody says. The VQ is just a good engine, and I'm excited to be going back to the roots. So, not saying anything bad about the LS. I love the LS life. That's why I had to have two cars. So, I love the LS just as much as I love the VQ supercharged stuff. Two completely separate different platforms, both with the one common goal of fun, reliability, and that. So anyway, thank you guys for rocking with me. I hope you guys enjoyed day 2. I know it's only day 2, but I mean, we're getting there. And I'm gonna keep posting these videos. This day-to-day stuff, I'm really enjoying, like getting back on the grind and like making these videos for you and putting it out there. So you guys are the best. And I mean, all I have to say is I'll see you in the next video. Much love, peace.